What's up guys, my name is Manny Morquino and welcome to my channel. What I want to do is talk about what it means to be an IMG and all that entails. And if you've been on the channel before, you know that that's near and dear to my heart because I am an IMG. It's something I'm going to probably have to expand on at some point because 6 minutes isn't really enough to do it justice. So let's see what we can get started on today. So first and foremost, what is an IMG? Frankly, it's kind of an unfair term used by North American medical licensing bodies to say, yeah, you graduated medicine, but you didn't go to one of our schools, therefore you are an international medical graduate or an IMG. Your status as an IMG has nothing to do with where you're from, where you're born, where you went to school before medical school, where your parents are from, nothing. It is entirely about the location of your school that certifies you an MD. So all your American and Canadian friends who went off to school in the UK, Ireland, the Caribbean, China, Poland, etc., they're all international medical graduates. So that means that even if you're so American that you only wear red, white, and blue drawers, can name the 51 states of the US while doing a keg stand on your pickup truck while downing a large milkshake, double Big Mac, firing a pistol, and simultaneously saluting the flag, you're still an IMG. So then that brings up the question, why would you even go to an international medical school? Well, the majority of IMG students just didn't get into American and Canadian universities. Enough said. That's a simple, for all that rah, that's the ultimate answer. But here's the thing, if you take a little bit of time to look beyond just the fact of getting in versus not getting in, you realize that you're gonna find a lot of very special stories in international medical schools. IMGs are a different brand of people, significantly more variety, that's significantly more representative of Canadian and American populations. While they don't all have the same story, there's significant numbers of collegiate superhumans who just miss the cut for American or Canadian schools because of just dumb luck or just crappy circumstances. The LCME certifies schools in the US and Canada, while the ECFMG has to deem schools outside those countries as certified to award MDs to its graduates. And that's based on your WMPG, that's based on your GPA, your MSPE, and your USMLE 1, 2, and 3. So once you get your MD and you pass the USMLE 1, 2, and 3, you're certified to enter into an ACGME accredited residency program. And then at that point you can graduate and pick up whatever other acronym they feel like throwing at you. So who goes to international medical schools? Like I said, most part is people who didn't get into Canadian American schools. That's fair, we can all acknowledge that. But it's not out of place to see young families at a Caribbean med school, newborns, significant others, etc., etc. It's also not out of place to see somebody who's literally never lived on their own before. I've been there and met collegiate athletes, MDs from other countries, PhDs and master's holders, artists, professional piano players, dancers, and operatic singers as well. And then of course you have your few, your screw up. Point is just that it's people who've lived an entirely different life before coming to medical school. And it's very, as long as you're open to it, you meet a lot of different types of people. What is life as an IMG like? Like I said, there are many different kinds of people who come to medical school outside the country. And thus, there are many different experiences. When you tell people you're going to an international medical school, you're going to inevitably have a few questions come up. The first one, why are you going to an international medical school? Because I didn't get into school in Canada, Janice. Is it cheaper? Hell no. Hell no. Can you come back to Canada after? I didn't want to come here in the first place. Totally kidding. I love Canada, mooses, hockey, poutine. I love Canada. Now, if you tell them that you're going to the Caribbean, it's scientifically established 4 out of 6 people are gonna tell you that, if I was in the Caribbean, I would study on the beach all the time. I would just be on the beach, just drinking mimosas and studying my notes. I would never stop studying. That's wrong. That's all I gotta tell you. That's wrong. You know what? Try it. Try it. If you go to a Caribbean med school, try it. Go to the beach, study, see how it goes for you, let me know. If you don't come back plastered and useless by 3 p.m., honestly, all jokes aside, IMGs are a very interesting bunch, and what it comes down to is that it's a group of people who've decided that they want to become doctors regardless of what a stringent group of certifying bodies in a cloud decided. It's people who said they wouldn't let their fate be decided by a system that funnels the amount of people entering and studying into the profession on this end of the spectrum, and then complains constantly and gripes and laments that there's not enough physicians serving the masses on this end of the spectrum. The life of an IMG is incredibly uncertain. We think at 3 to 6 week blocks in order to try and avoid unnecessary anxiety, but we still have to plan it 2 to 3 years ahead in order to try and make sure that we can actually get into the location that we want to get into. A recent SGU graduate actually posted a video about he and his wife's attempt to try and get residency in the States, and the effort that we went into this, frankly, it was insanely meticulous, but that's exactly what they had to do to get that residency, and it worked for them. Now, Obviously, some people are going to have different approaches, but the point is that it proves to you just how much effort and time an IMG has to put into getting whatever specialty or location it is that they want, because frankly, like, they're working against the system. Technically, I'm an IMG, or I will be an IMG, and I ultimately am grateful for the opportunity I've got. Would be the absolute last person to turn my nose up towards this opportunity and say, oh, I'm not going to take it for whatever, whatever. Ultimately, very, very grateful. But I think that the best way I could possibly summarize the experience of being an IMG, you know how they say when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade? Right. As an IMG, life takes a rotten lemon, gives you the seed, puts that in your hand, tells you to plant it, wait for the seed to grow, pick the lemon, go find a jug, sugar, water, squeeze the lemon, make your own lemonade after the trees grow. The idea being that it's just kind of like, it's a long process, and it's surprisingly rewarding. I've talked to a few people who graduated from international medical schools, and they're doing very, very well. In some surprising places that people would just not really expect that IMGs would end up. So there's a lot of hope, and it's definitely something that's doable. So if you are going to an IMG, if you are going to an international med school this year or next year or whenever, or if that's what it ends up coming down to, that's what you can do. Just make sure, you know what, understand this is how it goes. This is the special, this is the way it goes in IMG. It's a little bit uncertain. You're going to be a little bit anxious and whatnot, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Believe it or not, it will be worth it in the end. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification button on my channel, because frankly, YouTube is doing a terrible job of getting my content to you. Yeah, YouTube, you heard me. Guys, I do love you for watching. I do love you for checking in with me. So much love. I'll see you all soon.